It was another horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day for Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This team stinks. Don't let the final score fool you. This game wasn't even close. The second half was a complete and utter disaster. Tom Brady is terrible. The run game, non-existent. They can't run. They can't complete the forward pass. The defense is flat out deplorable. The effort, they are flatter than a pancake. Blame Brady, blame Todd Bowles, and good morning second place. Because right now, I firmly believe the Atlanta Falcons are the team to beat in the division. And think about it this way. The Atlanta Falcons outplayed the Buccaneers a few weeks ago, and they were supposed to get the ball back 21-15 if it wasn't for the worst call of the year with Grady Jarrett roughing the passer on Tom Brady. Tom Brady pop gun couldn't get the ball to Mike Evans. It was tragic. It was sad. It's like watching Willie Mays fall down in center field at the end of his legendary career with the Mets. Blame Brady, blame Leonard Fournette, blame Byron Leftwich, blame the defense, blame the offensive line, and this guy. Todd Bowles has no passion, no zip. He couldn't sell a free sandwich to a homeless person. This defense last night, deplorable, just awful. And all Baltimore did was shove it down Tampa's throats. I mean, they just ran the ball, demoralized them. This is supposed to be the calling card defense of this team. Instead, Lamar Jackson and company, they had it going on, especially in the second half. Tom Brady deserves all the heats in the world. Tom Brady, listen, he has not been invested in this football team all year, going back to the retirement, going back to the 11 days he stepped away from the team in August, going back to what transpired when he went to Bob Kraft's wedding. I mean, he is clearly not invested. He looks melancholy in-game and post-game. You look at Leonard Fournette, they can't run. Offensive line, injuries, defections, never replaced them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, top to bottom, are terrible. What a perfect soundbite from my guy, Josh Allen. Loves the Bills' chemistry, loves the focus, and that's what winning football is all about. It's the eye on the prize. In a very related story, I think Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are going to steamroll the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night. It's prime time. It's in lovely Western New York. It's Halloween Eve. It's going to be Fright Nights for the Green Bay Packers. Josh Allen's going to light up the scoreboard. Gabe Davis is going to stretch the field. Stephon Diggs might have 10 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. The mentality for Josh Allen and company, foot to the throat. You think Sean McDermott learned something about how to coach a team after a bye when he used to work for Andy Reid back in the day? This Buffalo Bill team is just so focused on winning. The Green Bay Packers, they're focused on hot garbage. The defense has been terrible. Aaron Rodgers rightly calling everybody out because these guys can't play. The play selection has been deplorable. They don't run the ball. The receivers can't catch it. Josh Allen, Von Miller, they're going to put their stamp on this game. The atmosphere on Sunday night is going to be second to none. This has 45-17 Buffalo written all over it. Oh, hey, after a scheduling hiatus, baseball's back. Buckle up for what I think is going to be a phenomenal World Series between Justin Verlander and the Houston Astros and the Philadelphia Phillies starting tonight. The Astros are rolling. They haven't lost in the postseason. This is pretty crazy. 7-0. Couple of things on this board, though. Notice the batting average, 227. Notice Justin Verlander in the World Series. And I think at the end of the day, the luck quotient for Houston, in conjunction with Verlander, who has struggled in the Fall Classic, I think the Philadelphia Phillies are going to win this series. I think Harper, Schwarber, Real Muto, Hoskins. These guys can flat out hit. They are locked in. Bryce Harper is in that rarefied air in terms of his zone as a ball player. And I think that Houston, at the end of the day, does not have the pitching matchups. I really believe that. And Houston's rotation, phenomenal. Great depth, 4 legit starters. But I think Wheeler and Nola, there's an advantage when you look at the first 2 games of this World Series in Houston. And I think all it takes, 1. And I think Philadelphia is going to win the ball game tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if Philadelphia won on Saturday. That crowd is going to be jumping when it shifts back to Philadelphia for game number 3. I think that everything's going to come crashing down here for the Astros tonight in game number 1 because they just have not been able to hit. Nola and Wheeler, these guys are legitimate aces. This is going to be an epic World Series. And I say this as a Yankee fan. This is going to be fun. Astros, Alvarez and company, these guys, they know how to win. If you screw something up, mess something up, they pounce on mistakes. That's what great teams do. Saw that in the Seattle series, the Yankees series. But there's just something special about the Phillies. Remember, this is not a fluke. We thought the Philadelphia Phillies were a top 2, top 3 team in the National League preseason. Got off to a horrible start. Fired Girardi. Here's Rob Thompson. I think it's the Philadelphia Phillies and Bryce Harper's time to shine. I'm taking Philly to win the World Series behind Bryce Harper as the MVP in 7. Back time to shine, a Friday staple here on the show. Love or loathe? So, love or loathe? 49ers superstar Christian McCaffrey gonna run all over the Rams on Sunday. I love this. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to have a sensational ball game. Look, I'm still all in on the 49ers. I know they got embarrassed, humbled, humiliated, pasted against Kansas City. I was dead wrong. Christian's now been there for a week and a half. He's already had success with Carolina against the Rams earlier in the year. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to have a banner game in a statement win for Kyle Shanahan over Sean McVay. Shanahan always beats McVay. Only exception, of course, being Championship Sunday last year. Shanahan always beats McVay. Saying in the NFC, love or loathe? Cardinals going to slow down Justin Jefferson. No, loathe. Laugh out loud. No chance. Not happening. I mean, come on. The Arizona Cardinals will not slow down Justin Jefferson. I checked my watch, and this is going to be a 1 o'clock Eastern time game. Not in prime time. That means Kirk Cousins is going to deal. Justin Jefferson is a special talent. Justin Jefferson, 3 straight games, 100 receiving yards plus. He is a unique talent. He'll look on the other side, know that he has DeAndre Hopkins. These receivers, look at this. Who am I going to compete with to be the best receiver on the field? Justin Jefferson is going to dominate in a big win, once again, in a banner season for the Minnesota Vikings. Speaking of elite wide receivers, love or loathe, the Dolphins wide receiver duo of Waddle and Hill torching the Lions. Oh, yeah, I love this. I love this in general, in isolation. I love this in terms of the matchup against the rebuilding since 1957 Detroit Lions. I thought Tua was pretty good last week. I mean, he could have thrown 3 interceptions if Pittsburgh caught the ball, Pittsburgh defenders. But I think now that he has that first week after the concussion under his belt, I just think that Hill and Waddle are going to thrive. I think Tua is going to have a monster game. I mean, the numbers don't lie for Tyreek Hill. I think he is just going to have a sensational ball game coming up on Sunday. Tough news for the Bengals. Jamar Chase sidelined for multiple weeks with a hip injury. So, love or loathe, no Chase hurts the Bengals on Monday night. Loathe. I think they're going to be just fine. I don't want to minimize Chase and who he is and what he does, but Joe Mixon, top 5 running back in the NFL, in my opinion. T. Higgins, a legit number 1 receiver. Tyler Boyd, fantastic. Last week against Atlanta, it was Chase, plus Higgins, plus Boyd, plus Joe Mixon, and you still have Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow is a difference-making superstar quarterback. And at this stage, you look at Burrow, and the line has played much better. And I know Burrow and Chase, they have that special, unique, amazing chemistry going back to the LSU days, which is great, and why I begged the Cincinnati Bengals to draft Jamar Chase in the first place. I think this Bengals team can survive not only Monday night and win big, but I think when you look at how the quarterback is playing, the defense, they're opportunistic. I think that you can rest Chase, make sure he's ready for December and the postseason. If he's out 4 to 6 weeks, I don't think it's even going to have an impact on the win-loss record. And I live for Jamar Chase. That's how great I think Burrow is and how great I think the Cincinnati Bengals are.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.